Let's check it out.
Andrew, where is this? Where are we?
Yo, we're currently on 4th Street by some elementary school. It's not heavy. We need to get a bigger battery.
He's the strongest guest we've had so far.
Anytime I carry a car battery, I always think of that scene in the first Iron Man movie where he's in the cave and the guy's gonna think he's checking out.
Yo, I don't want to be here anymore.
Remove me from this conversation.
Keyword.
Have you seen that?
Keyword muff.
Have you seen that Shaquille O'Neal clip?
Which one?
He's on like the Logan Paul podcast.
Oh God, did he go on the Logan Paul podcast?
Yeah, and then
How'd that
Logan
go?
says some dumb shit, and Shaq says, "Delete me from this conversation."
Delete me from this conversation. Yeah, me and Drew.
I don't really fuck with.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Just God, you know he's 26. He's like,
Shaq is 26.
That's
You're
20,
wrong.
yeah, Shaq is
Breaking news: Shaq is
next.
26.
Breaking news: Shaq is 26.
Yeah, he's
In
on
the
the
90s with
he's
the
on
Lakers, he was 4 years old.
Well, yeah, what is it? He was born on February 29th. Like,
right.
what is the leap year? So people
yeah,
are
he's-
actually 4 or whatever, technically.
God.
Yeah, how do
Yeah, my brother was born on 29th.
Really?
I feel like you're joking.
I'm not joking.
Are you April Fooling me right now?
No. And
In March?
So he celebrates it on the 28th.
Okay, well, what is this stage called? Oh, hold on, I'll be right back.
What is the stage called?
Yeah, I gotta look at the sign.
Okay, yeah, you got to do the intro for us, Dakota. Once we figure
I
out
do?
the name.
What
Yeah.
is the intro?
You have to go. Good evening from.
Good evening, from. And I am hesitant in being Andrew and Colt's friend.
Shit.
I
damn.
would be. I don't know why you're here. Why did you bring us?
Why does anybody come on this show?
Oh, are we playing that I'm the one that brought us?
yes.
I don't know
Got
if it's a game.
It's not a game.
I told
You think
Cole
this is
I
a
didn't
game?
want to
Dude,
do.
let's feed into the bit. Whatever bit you want to do, I'll do.
All right.
All right, can you introduce?
Wait, where are we?
show?
Sorry, where are we?
This is okay. You want me to count you in?
I don't know the name of the place.
In 3, 2, 1.
What's the name of the...
Say
Good evening from the Hillside Amphitheater. We
There
are
we
here
go.
with host Dakota Millett.
Oh, this
Thanks
is it.
for bringing us here, Dakota.
Hey, I like to treat my friends. All right,
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
to bring them to the best spots in town, and
Yeah.
this
It's
is
pretty
something
cool.
else.
This is a really meaningful place for you, right?
This is
Yeah.
where I was born.
Right
I was
here
born
on
right here on the stage. There's still some residue.
Holy shit.
Right? Yeah.
You're right. There is.
Wow.
Spelled it out.
So it's not even a water birth, cement birth.
Just a cement, just hard.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Did you hit your head coming out?
Clearly. Clearly.
Well, we usually wait a little bit into the podcast to get to promo, but today is a special occasion. We have a champion of the Indiegogo ranks with us today, Mr. Dakota Millett, the director of Up on a Housetop.
Up on the housetop.
I apologize.
Like the song.
Damn it.
Hey, it's okay.
Fuck
You know
this
what? That's not that
promo,
bad. That's not as bad as it has been.
I'm
Because
sorry,
most,
bro.
dude,
I just really wanted your project to like take off, and now it won't. 'cause I messed
no
up
one's
the
gonna be able to
name.
find it.
So it's up within the housetop?
It's get on top of a rooftop.
Up on a house.
Up on a housetop?
No. The biggest thing has been hilarious. That's been the least worst like saying of it. Most
Okay.
of the time, I'm gonna say 90% of the time, they say up on the rooftop, and they can
on the rooftop.
and they can never find
Fiddler on the roof.
Yeah, well, because they have the Mandela effect. I mean, I've seen people like I've had to prove to them. They're like, no, it's up on the rooftop, and I go, it's the song. I'm telling you, it's up on the housetop, and they're like, "What?
Yeah.
It's not." And then I'll pull out the song and I'll show them. They go, "Oh," and then they still don't believe me. Anyway, I
That's
do
a
have an
weird place for you to
Indiegogo.
be in. Well, tell us about it. Yeah.
We I am directing it along with my co-star in Butcher's Bluff, Michael Fisher. We're co-directing this Christmas horror comedy short film.
Oh, it's a short film.
Yeah, it's a short film
Okay, gotcha.
first that we eventually hope to turn into a feature. We have had a lot of talk with some producers and studios, kind of from all around.
That's
Not
cool.
a whole lot that have come to us and said, "Let's talk feature." But we and the director have been like, we want to be the directors of it still, and so they said, "Okay, tell you what, do the short first, and then prove to us that you can do a high concept, high budgeted
Yeah.
thing on a smaller scale, so that we can go in and do a bigger, larger feature, because that one would cost a whole lot more, like in the several millions to do it."
So are you worried
Oh, yeah.
if it did escalate to a feature right now, you wouldn't be as involved?
Well, Yes, a little bit.
That tends to happen.
Yeah, I had. I've had some people ask me that question of being like, do you have to direct it, or would you just rather see it out there? Which is a decent question. And I just felt very personal about it because it's about 4 siblings that accidentally kill Santa, thinking that he's an intruder, and then they have to survive the night against his vengeful, bloodlusting, hell-bent reindeer
Who are up on the house?
who are up on the house. Well,
They're up on the rooftop.
they're up on a rooftop.
Up on a roof.
Up on a roof.
Well, they're below this video. I'm pointing at you. Below this video, there is a link to the Indiegogo.
Yo,
Go
hit it.
give them money. This is a threat.
Every dollar helps.
Why are you threatening?
This is a threat.
This is a
Give
direct.
them money now.
I'm willing to give you.
Do not say it. Do not say.
I'm talking
Don't get my hopes up. Don't crush my dreams.
like at least.
Oh boy, I just saw the number lower in your eyes.
I'm willing.
What are you about to do here?
This is a long.
I'm gonna give you the lowest number.
Okay,
Okay.
4.
that's not bad, because it's more than what people are currently giving us.
I'm gonna
which is-
give you.
It's
I'm
going
gonna
well
give
so far,
you,
right?
I'm
It's
gonna
going-
give you at least 4.
I say that right now. That sounds like we're doing bad. We're doing very well. We raised already over half our budget.
That's sick.
In the first week, which is really, really good for something like this. We've had a whole lot of support from friends, family, and other filmmakers around. We're partnering with a lot of companies and production places here in Austin.
Like Chili's.
God, if Chili's sponsored this movie.
Let's call them out. Yo,
We gotta
shout out
connect.
Chili's.
We got to
Shout out Chili's. Hey,
Chili's.
they're not a sponsor, but man, do we just want to talk
They could
about
be.
them. They could be.
They could be. Yeah,
Uh,
crispers and non-crispers. They got both options.
2 for $20 avocado dip. Or was it the
2 for $20 avocado dip.
Yeah, you get two appetizers, but one of them is the the spinach artichoke dip. That's what it is.
Yeah, avocado dips.
Not avocado. That's just guacamole.
They got this big cookie that's tastes weird.
Yeah.
Oh, the big. You know what we
We ate in the ditch last time.
We
yeah.
ate it in the ditch.
Do y'all call it big cookie? Like just a.
Do you call it big cookie?
Well, I mean,
Okay.
well, it's just like a big cookie. I mean, it's what it is.
yeah.
What
'Cause-
are you trying to call
Well,
it?
What do you call it?
because where I was introduced to
Souffle?
it, and now it's yes.
No.
No, where I was introduced to it when I was
What is
younger was in Colorado, and they call it, I don't know why, but they put a big old slab of ice cream on top of it, and then they call it a train wreck.
A train wreck.
I don't know why. I think it's because like because as it melts, it melts the ice cream while also softening the cookie.
We got to
So
ban weed. We got to ban weed right now. It's not.
We got ban weed in Colorado.
They're going too far in Colorado.
train wreck. What a train wreck of a state.
Yeah, this is why Greg Abbott does not want weed out here.
We're coming up with really poorly named desserts.
Yo, shout out Greg Abbott.
Can we let's film the next Good Evening from Greg Abbott's mansion.
Just
In
outside his
lawn
front.
or in
Yeah,
it?
let's do it.
Do you want to go in it?
Yeah.
How far away is this?
Let's just go
home?
How long-
upstairs.
We're doing really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're doing really good. We have a lot of partners that we're talking with. Some really great set fabrication company in town called Lucky Giraffe. I think.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're a couple of.
They do a lot of stuff.
They do a lot of stuff. I've gotten to work with them a whole lot just through. I mean, just a lot of projects.
That's cool.
And I just recently got to work with them personally, where one of the. Sorry, someone just made a weird noise.
Someone fell.
Someone fell from.
From a
But
high,
I got to
high
work
building.
with one of the CEOs of that company named Wes.
Okay.
He
Of Lucky Giraffe. you
of
were
Lucky
saying.
Giraffe, yes. Wes
Shout
and
out
Corey.
Wes.
Shout out Wes and Corey.
Shout out Weston Corey.
Wes was the production designer on that on a romantic comedy I did called Match Me If You Can.
Gotcha.
And he was the head of that, and I was the prop master on that. And we've worked together before, but
Oh, yeah.
this was the first time we've really gotten to work together, kind of straight, like in the same department, in the same building, on the same set the whole time. Because most of the time it's been like us on a commercial,
Right.
and he's built the sets for us, and he's dropped it off, and he's left. But we've been
Gotcha.
good friends forever.
That's cool.
And it was the first time, and since we were there, I showed him the concept trailer we made 2 years ago, and he.
I really like that trailer.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We got a really good feedback from it.
I thought it was the short for a period of time.
Yeah, it's been really, it's a great problem to have. Something we've noticed is that as we've sent a QR codes and gone to places and promoted it, they've
we could keep going.
as we've been doing it, people have been like, where can we watch it? And I go, oh, that's just the concept trailer. And they go, that's the concept trailer?
Yeah.
I think that's what really got a lot of people interested in it, was how
It's a really good concept, man.
Dude, I'll give it to, thank you for the concept. That's nice of you to say. I think what really sold too was our initial director of photography who did that, our DP, his name was Gabriel Andre. Me, the co-director, and two other cast people, or really me and the other co-director had the idea initially, and then we drove home from a day on Butcher's Bluff, the other horror film that we're in, and we had the two other cast members who are also the two sisters in the short. And we all developed the idea on the car ride home. And then when we got home, we just said, well, let's just do it. And then we called Gabriel, who's a DP, and he films concerts mostly. But he was like, I want to try to do a narrative thing. And this was like his first thing he did narratively.
Great, yeah.
He did a great job, and he brought in some lights, and he did a really good job. He and I collaborated really well of going, how do we use the space? How do we use all the lights to our advantage? And in that, we don't have a lot of them. And so we go, oh, okay, so all the main light sources are going to be all the Christmas trees and it's
fun.
They're all going to be practicals.
Nice
and so we're like,
cool.
so because we didn't have the time, the money, or anything. It was, really the idea initially was just because we were just going to come up with a dumb idea, because we made it in 2020, and my family loves to make
you do elaborate Christmas cards.
Yeah, we do elaborate Christmas cards, and we did one every year since 2014 or 15 or something like that. And 2020 happened. I couldn't see my family, so we I told the cast about it, and then they went, well, let's just make one for your family as a joke. And my family didn't want to do a Christmas slasher one or Christmas horror thing, and I pitched that years ago. And so I just wasn't able to see them, and I went, as a joke, I go, here's the thing that y'all didn't want to make, ha ha ha. And we posted it, and got a very positive feedback from 2,000 people.
That's awesome.
And we were like, oh, okay, maybe this could be a thing. And then later on, we went to a Houston Horror Con, and we were there promoting Butcher's Bluff again, but we ran into people from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Next Generation, and Friday the 13th who worked on those movies. And we, as a joke, were like, haha, look at our dumb thing, you people who have used champions of horror. And they all went, make that. And we kind of,
that's cool, man.
It kept on going on that happened again and again, and everyone was out to it. After a while, and then it finally came to Wes, and I showed our production designer on this, who's one of my mentors, Phil Rios. I think he would hate being called my mentor. I think
Shout
he was.
Phil.
I think it makes it think he sounds older. Shout out Phil Rios.
Shout out.
I showed it to both of them, and they were kind of the two last nails in the coffin, when they were like, those two. Phil's worked on Fear of the Walking Dead and The Dark and the Wicked and American Crime and all these big shows.
Cool.
I think Wes helped out on Laser Team with Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
And all these things, and they were the last two that were like, we can do this and make it really good.
That's cool.
And so it all just kind of came together where they were like, we want to help you make this. I wanted to make it. Michael wanted to make it. And it just all just kind of timed out just right. And they were like, we wanted to partner with you and help with building construction and props and stuff like that. And then Phil was like, I want to design it. And then people came in and we want to offer meals to help feed crew, so you don't have to do everything, to start getting lined up where people wanted to offer up their services and sponsor the film, to where the budget kept going down further. So it eventually came to the point where we can make this thing, and so that's what we're doing. And now we're gonna make it, and it's gonna be pretty fun.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So is this your first time? I don't think it's your first time, because I've seen music videos you directed, but is this your first time directing narrative? Because you're very prolific. You work on pretty much everything that happens at Austin.
Yeah.
But in my mind, you're more in the art world than the directing world.
I am.
Okay.
About 5 years of doing art and production design.
Yeah. You've done a lot of stuff.
I've done a lot.
Yeah.
I do a lot. I did TV, commercial, movies. I've done a lot.
Back when we started, and you started before me, but probably around the same time.
Yeah, I think it was around the same time. Back when I really started, because we met on the Get Together. That's when we met.
Did we?
Yeah.
I feel like I knew you before that. Maybe.
Oh, you just knew about me.
Did you work on Cam stuff at all?
Before match? No, I met. No.
Did you meet Cam on With Pleasure? Or
no.
Did you meet Cam on the Get Together?
We're talking about Cam Glass, by the way. Shout out Cam Glass.
Shout out Cam Glass.
Absolute legends.
Legend Cam Glass.
No, I mean, I can't think of anything we would have done before the Get Together.
Okay. What I was saying was back when we started, you kind of had to do everything. It's different.
Sure.
It is different now. Like even in the last 3 years,
yes,
people are new and just do G&E.
Right. Yeah.
You couldn't do that when we started. It was
even just 3 years ago.
Yeah.
The inflation of maybe inflation isn't the right word, but as it's gotten bigger here in Austin, higher production things have happened, and where more people from LA and New York and everyone are coming in. Maybe for better, maybe for worse, but the fact is that more people are coming in and doing work here. So you're right. Even just 3 years ago, you had to wear so many hats on set.
Yeah,
and you just had to. I mean, yeah,
I would
you and me
and be a grip.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no. When we first started, we were really. I was me production coordinating and you producing and ADing and gripping and
it was a disaster.
PA.
It was such a nightmare.
Yeah, I like that. I like that set a lot. It was hard. It was really hard, but I liked everyone on the set became pretty good friends just out of shared mutual trauma.
We're discussing the Get Together.
Yes, sorry, director Will Backey.
Director Will Backey.
Backey?
I don't know.
Oh gosh!
Shout out Baki.
Backey?
Yeah, the Get Together. It's on Amazon and on a lot of some other streaming services. I don't remember where it is now.
I don't know.
Is it
either.
free on Amazon?
No. It's because it's got Shaky Graves in it, and it's got oh my god, we worked on it for
I don't know.
Ellen Coltrane
to do promo for this movie.
Yeah. But yeah. So even just that long ago, we all had to wear multiple hats the entire time. I became a production coordinator, but I was wrangling background and making sure that we got all these things. But
Dakota, I want to publicly and for the first time in person apologize to you for screaming at you on that set.
Oh my! Here's the thing.
You are one of two people I've yelled at while working, and he was there for the first one.
Oh my gosh! Well, here's the thing. I get it. I understand, and I'll tell you publicly. I think I may have told you this. I thought you. After I go, Colt hates me. Colt hates me.
I feel bad about that.
As a human,
I didn't.
I didn't think you did, but I was like, he probably doesn't. And in my head, I would love to tell something. He goes, oh no, I do hate you. I would part of me, just for comedic reasons, I think that would have been perfect.
Oh,
but no, because right after that, we hung out and we're like, do you want to get a beer? And you're like, yeah, it was fine.
We were just. We were being abused.
Because I messed up. That's why.
You did mess up pretty severely.
I did mess up pretty severely. So we had. I think if I remember correctly, it was because the homeowner was upset about all of our background parking situations.
Yes. So the day of that set, all of our parking that was supposed to be on location, 50 cars, had to get moved to a different parking place.
We have maybe 130, 140 extras.
So an hour before set started, Dax hits me on the phone. He's like, yo, we don't have parking. Literally go to every business around here, go inside, beg, go. So I went to 6 different places.
And you remember where we ended up?
I ended up at the Waffle House.
The Waffle House at the end of the street.
Yeah, they let me, but the problem was
parking spots were there?
Well, I didn't clarify. I just said, hey, can I park some cars here? They said yes. We made it happen. The cars were there. And then they switched managers on me, and the new manager was not as cool about the cars being parked.
Oh,
as they were coming in, or
as they were coming in / all of them are already there. So we had to move those cars to neighborhoods around.
Yeah, we had to go and park multiple cars throughout the neighborhood.
This is like a 4-hour process.
Where was the set? Was it
the set was down on Springdale somewhere.
It's up by
like MLK Airport area.
It's up by that high school off of Springdale. I used to live right up
something
there.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the moment that Colt came and yelled at me was I was poorly telling the background actors, not extras, they're people, they're not cattle.
I don't know. I don't know.
But so I forgot to tell them, hey, wait, don't walk in the open street and all these things, because we have 80 cars coming back and forth all day. So like, just stay there. We have shuttle vans. We'll come and pick you up, and we do it. I forget to tell them that. And so we have like 140 extras just walking.
This is also a night shoot, so it's like 3 in the morning.
It's yes.
Walking around
at
on the
night
street
with like 80 cars going back and forth at night because I forgot to do that, and because we're doing over. It's a party scene. The whole movie takes place over the span of one party at night.
This is night 10 of 14.
You guys shot all overnighters, right?
Yeah.
Every single night, 2 straight weeks of overnighters, and we were like, we would go and get beers after work at like 7 a.m.
Yeah,
at
and
like
be drunk until noon, and then wake up at like 4.
We get up at 4, get to set, get things ready by like 6:30. Sun goes down at 7, start shooting, and oh gosh, man, it was hard. I wouldn't say a nightmare. It was I wouldn't say nightmare only because I like everybody on set. I loved everybody on set, and I became I became friends with so many people on that set, and there was a shared misery the entire time, and
it really was.
And I don't think
trauma bonding.
Yeah, trauma bonding, and I don't think because of that I would have the friends I have today in Austin because
I agree
of
with that.
Which is a way of looking at it. That being said,
I met a lot of people on that.
I met a lot of people
Dax on that. That was my first time
I
working
met
with
you.
Dax.
I met Dax. I met Andrew. I met Cam. I met
You weren't there.
I wasn't at the good.
Yeah.
I thought you were that.
No, you're thinking of Carl.
I met Carl before you. I met Carl.
You met Carl on.
We're talking about Carl
Magnets.
Fry, the director of
shout
With
out
Pleasure.
The legend Carl Fry.
The legend Carl Fry.
PA of Magnets.
PA of Magnets.
There he is.
That's where you met him, right?
That is where I met him. Was years ago. He found an old photo of us together, and I have my freshman 15, and I'm just a chunky. I look like Augustus Gloop.
Hell yeah.
From Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the little fat German kid.
Hell yeah.
And
the one that gets stuck in the pipe.
Yeah, the one gets stuck to the pipe. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then Carl has like this yellow bleached hair, and we're just standing there, and we just look atrocious.
Yeah.
And that's where we met. He was the first person I met on there, and then he walked in. I hadn't seen him since that shoot, and then he walked in on the get together, and it was like, oh my god! And
like
then
the middle of it, yeah.
Yeah, and then we
He was
reignited
nice.
our friendship, and then since then have become good buds. And he's helped me out on things, he's helped you out on things, and I've helped him out on things. And
hell yeah,
but yeah,
and it will continue.
He's helped me out on Up on the Housetop. He's
really?
Yeah. I talked to him about doing some extra just
VFX stuff, or
some VFX stuff for me, and helping me go through that because he's
cool,
just the best. Because I talked to Carl, and he was a VFX. And I go, what did you VFX? He goes, see how it's in an empty canyon? He's like, yeah. He goes, it's not an empty canyon.
Yeah, he did like a crazy amount of like invisible effects.
Yes, he did. And I was like, oh. He goes, oh, so you could do a lot of atmospheric kind of landscape stuff. I go, he's like, yeah. And I called him and went, hey, because we're going to do Up the Housetop, we're going to have a lot of practical snow. Phil knows how to do that, and I know how to do that. And
you know how to make snow?
We're gonna shoot it at my house. Yeah.
He knows how to make
snow.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
We're gonna deck out my entire backyard.
That's awesome.
Where we shot the concept trailer in snow. We're gonna deck out my front yard in snow.
Okay.
We got a lot of like Christmas trees that have like some pre-frosted white tips on them. Nice. We're gonna go get a lot of. We're gonna deck out my thing. It's supposed to look like it's in Colorado.
What are you using for fake snow?
For this,
what's the recipe?
There's a couple different recipes.
Secrets.
There's a few of them. I think there's
shredded paper.
Yeah.
Really?
Actually,
that's actually one of the ways to do it. Is you like really? I mean, you go and put paper in a blender.
Really?
But I mean, you do
That's super interesting.
Yes.
I'm gonna go blend a bunch of
now, I mean, you gotta do that on a huge scale and do it forever, and like you have to get it like a little bit wet.
That sounds like a fire hazard immediately.
Yeah, it's not like the smartest way to do it because you now have to clean up paper everywhere.
Right.
And it's obviously not as biodegradable and yada yada yada.
Right.
The one we're doing is there is some chemical solutions where you can go and get like some it comes in like packs of these pound bags of just like whatever snow, and you get like some diluted water, and then like you can get those in giant jugs, and you just pour it, and it literally just chemical reaction is, and it turns into snow.
That's cool.
And you can get a lot. You can get yards and yards and yards and yards and yards of it.
Does it melt?
Eventually it does, yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
But what if it's like hot outside?
You still have like 12 hours, like minimum. I do have more than that, depending on weather, which will probably be fine.
It's like a half-life thing, not a like a melting thing.
What? Yeah, I mean, you go with like I think you go with like normal water afterwards, and it just like goes away.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I have a question about another recipe that you're kind of famous for.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Wait,
I know where you're going.
I was gonna turn on the lights. Should we ask them to turn on the lights?
No.
Is it getting too dark? I thought you were gonna say my recipe for making a forest in a studio.
Oh, we have done that.
We've done that several times.
Yeah,
you and me. Both for Cam stuff, I think. No. You and I have one for Cam, one for Diego.
That's right.
Yeah.
There was a brief period of time where we were doing a lot of music videos.
It was 2020. That was the year of music videos, man.
We together did like 4 or 5.
A lot, dude. And that was just me and you during during 2020 initial pandemic. When everyone like
that was like the only thing happening for a while.
Yeah, because no production could do anything, so everyone just like, okay, I guess I'll go do my passion project, and then we just all went and did our music videos, and I did it.
It was a weird time.
Cam did it. I mean, everybody did it.
Cam's still doing it.
Trump
Cam still do it. Trump did it.
Trung. Do you know Trung?
Oh no. Yes.
Trung, Tran, Triple T.
Yeah.
She came with the fella that's isolated, not on Metro.
Shout out Triple T.
Shout out Triple T. But no,
I like
so
his music. It's good.
But I think there's a lot of things that. What was really cool about all that is how well everyone in that. There's so many weird disguised blessings that came out of that year for film. At least here in Austin, is that through all those passion projects, there was a lot of things that people had to offer that people didn't know that other people had. So
like other like roles that they did.
Yeah, well, like roles and like abilities that, because we all work on a lot of commercials and a lot of things, but when it comes to like I didn't know, like for me, I didn't know that I could bust out like these quick forests in a studio, and like I think people learned that about me because I got asked to do like 5 more forests.
That's great.
And like, but then like, it was like people being able to pull off certain things and like get creative. Like I know like Zach Morrison with Hesitate with my music video he was coming up with like ways to like put cameras and like and get combined shots that I wanted into more time sensitive ways to get them. Okay. So I didn't know he had that in him, and I was like, oh my gosh! And then I just like started telling everybody about Zach.
Zach's great. Yeah.
Zach's great.
Incredible.
And it's
one of those music videos with all the CRTVs.
Oh,
that was Mizio. That was. Did you work on the Mizio stuff?
No, that was another one with all the CRTVs.
Was another music video?
Are you talking about the one? Well, the guy with the beard, the Mizio he's in like that like.
He's on Nuketown.
Yeah. He's on Nuketown from Call of Duty.
Nice.
That's Mizio.
No, it's not Nuketown. It's fuck. My game needs to get
Yeah,
revoked. It's not.
I know what you're talking about.
Fuck. What is the name of that map?
Wait, are we allowed to curse on the podcast? I didn't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's YouTube. You can cuss.
Yeah. I don't want to cuss.
Okay. You don't have to.
I got.
You can't do it.
I got
up for it.
My mom's watching.
My mom watches this.
My mom.
She keeps telling me to stop cussing.
But yeah, there was I think people for themselves that year kind of saw they got boxed in creatively because no one was getting paid.
Totally.
And so no one was. So we're like, okay, everything is low budget now. Super low budget. How are we going to be able to pull this off? And when you're boxing creatively, you get John Wick, or you get like other cool projects that are like, you have to get away, like do things. You just have to look at things differently and get it done some other ways. And sometimes, a lot of the time, it usually will pull off a better effect than what you originally had.
I agree with that. I don't know.
You get more inspired too.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
because you have to figure.
I know.
It out.
I know. We're doing that so much right now for Up on the Housetop.
Hell yeah.
We have the script, but there's a lot of things as more and more funds and investors and sponsors kind of come in. We've been like, okay, here is the reality situation. Is this going to be worth the amount of time that we have? Can we like have like a certain amount of time in the studio? And we're like,
yeah,
okay, let's be realistic about this. Can we get this part? I don't want to say what it is because I gotta make it so y'all can see it later. Spoilers. But like how we're gonna pull off in the time and everything, and we're going, okay, and is that effort worth that gag? Is that effort worth that part of the scene? And a lot of the times we go like, you just shave off some fat, and you go, okay, this actually wasn't necessary to tell the story. We got the deer that we're gonna use. It came in finally.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, we have.
Like how much of a deer do you have?
We have a puppet deer.
Like full body?
How big?
We have
How big?
How big? Is someone
waist
getting it?
waist yeah. Yes. Waist it's a waist up sized deer that we are borrowing from a production that has already wrapped up, but they had it on theirs, and then they are helping us out with this one.
That's awesome.
It's a whitetail deer, but we have the amazing Meredith Johns of Hogfly Studios, who is one of the she's the special effects artist for Up on the Housetop, but she was one of the key people for Machete 2.
That's cool.
The Sun. Like, she has done a lot of special effects stuff in Austin, and we partnered with her, and she's gonna kind of help sponsor the film as well. And she's gonna make this whitetail deer look like someone's coming by. Boom, 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 boom.
That was coming out of a VW Beetle.
I just want everyone to know.
Not an old one, by the
Wow,
way.
that was
Way lamer.
Wow. But yeah, she's gonna turn a whitetail deer into full on like scary looking like elk reindeer thing.
Hell yeah,
It was gonna be really cool. Because yeah, we've ordered like 3D printed gigantic reindeer antlers, and you can take out the whitetail deer antlers and switch them out, and we ordered reindeer hides, and like it's gonna be cool.
That's cool.
But it's a top hat. It's half a deer.
Mm-hmm.
But it is for all the cool. We're getting really clever with how we're gonna shoot it. We're trying to get shoot for a spring principal production.
Okay.
And then we might have some pickup days in the summer because we have some cool perks that are involved casting. There's a scene in it where one of the characters is woken up by the TV still being on, and it's the news, and the news goes, whether people go, oh, that spontaneous blizzard has come over the land, blah, 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 blah. We have one of the perks is people who want to buy in, and they can be the news team.
Oh, that's cool.
So
That's dope.
we know whenever those positions are filled, then we'll be able to schedule our
That's sick.
stuff in the summer. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a really fun shoot, and I really think it's gonna. Personally, I mean, I'm obviously biased, but I think it's gonna help out eventually. If we just there's a whole lot of really good independent horror happening in Austin that needs to get recognized more, and just the whole horror scene, because it's so good. There's a lot of people making some really good stuff.
Hell yeah.
I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Y'all have any other? What other questions y'all want to hear about Up on the Housetop?
I want to know, like, how many pages of script do you have right now? How long are you looking to make this?
16 is how many pages? 16 or 17, if I believe.
But you're probably gonna cut it down a bit.
Maybe by a page.
Okay.
But we're pretty locked into the script right now. I think with how everything goes, it's gonna be somewhere between like 15 and 20, somewhere between there.
Sick.
Is what we're trying to do.
Can you hold your mic a little bit closer?
Yes.
Thanks, Doug.
Yeah,
put it in your mouth.
Put it in your mouth.
Hot dog, Mike.
Yeah, that's how long it's going to be. Well, that's the plan, at least. We'll definitely just see how the edit goes, but
Cool.
Yeah,
that's the plan for how it's going to go.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, we're gonna be shooting it a lot of it at my house again. So we have some. We're gonna try to do it in I think 4 days.
Sick.
Something
If you
like
need
that.
help, hit me now. I'll come.
Oh my god!
I owe you for capturing the bottle. And
I don't.
just because we're friends.
I was gonna say, you don't owe me
For the
I got to come to your house and we get to make something.
I'm not counting. But I'm just saying, like, I would like to help.
Well,
if you
thanks,
if you-
buddy.
Colt has a little book. He's
Yeah.
a ledger.
He's a ledger. But
Dakota owes me 4 set days.
I was gonna
There
say,
you go, Dakota. Guess what?
I was gonna say,
It's your lucky day.
I
You're
was gonna
coming
say-
on 4 overnighters.
I was gonna say, is our friendship built on
No,
such
not at all.
set
Not
currency?
not at all.
I know. But yeah, we're gonna do it in like 4 days. We're gonna try to shoot for like I said for spring production, which is gonna be we're gonna have to do a lot of CGI or VFX the breath. That's gonna be a thing that
Ooh.
needs to be annoying.
Oh no, Carl's got you.
Carl's got you.
Yeah,
Carl's got
Carl
me.
knows how to do that.
Okay, cool.
You're good.
Carl's
Do you have any other big questions? I have a kind of a big closer.
Yeah, Go for it. I don't have any
Okay.
others.
This is a question for all of us to think about.
Oh,
I've been
boy.
thinking about this a lot.
Okay.
What do you guys think about the current structure of like film festivals? Because I don't think it's beneficial.
Really?
I don't think it's worth pursuing. I think horror is maybe a last bastion of like maybe it being
I think
a positive thing.
Well, there's horror specific
Yes.
festivals.
right. There are horror specific festivals all over, but I think you're saying horror may have a little bit of a leg up because it's just so they're easier to
it's
make.
very communal and like
They're
everyone's
very
on the same page.
Yeah, horror is usually is often a good bet in this because it's easy. They're cheaper to make, and everybody likes them.
There's passion.
There's passion there. Yeah, specifically with horror.
I would say for the majority of like film festivals, I went to like the Florida Film Festival. Carl and I went down there for With Pleasure. I just got nothing out of that.
What was that like at the Florida one?
It was terrible, man. Like everyone was over 30. No one gave a fuck about anything that was happening.
Really?
It was just like people there for no reason. Like I didn't get
was it a
anything out of
big festival?
I mean, it's Florida Film Festival, Florida International Film Festival.
It's pretty big.
It's like top 15 probably.
What's
in the United States?
Was it? Where was it at? Was it? It wasn't. It had to have been like at a.
It was at a decent venue. I mean, there was probably 300, 400 people attending.
But what? It wasn't like a hotel or something like that, was it?
No, it was like a theater.
Oh,
It was like a
that's
theater
cool.
with venue. It was cool, but I think that's where it ended. Is like
It was
this is cool,
That it's being seen on in like the.
but there was nothing else. Like there was no networking to be had. Everyone was from different parts of the country, and no one was like looking for people to collab with. They were just there because they got into the film festival.
Sure. I think that's a comment. I think that's like something worth talking about because I know there's some here in Austin that I've done that have done or like they take a stance in making themselves the opposite of that. Like Hesitate premiered at the Austin Short Film Showcase, and it's a smaller festival, but man, did they emphasize like, hey, y'all, go into this side room. There's a bar there. Everybody go talk to each other.
That's cool.
And do that. But that was like one out of however many.
Sure.
So yeah, I think they also, because of their size, they had the means to be able to go and be like, yeah, we have time to go for you all to network. When they get bigger and bigger, you're like, we have more screenings. We have a deadline, or like we have a time limit on the venue, and all these different things. Where like, yeah, just watch it and go, and then hopefully y'all connect.
It just feels
afterwards.
It just feels like a waste of time, and it's also like very expensive.
It's very expensive.
It's so fucking expensive. Like just submitting, you don't even get it. It's like college. It's like college admissions.
Yeah, it's $65.
It's like
how much does it cost to submit?
that
depends
much.
on the 65. I mean, it can go up and down from 65. Like I think the lowest is like I usually see are like it's like 25 to 30, but they're
that's
usually
like the early bird.
that's the early bird special.
Yeah,
but they usually like they close in on 60, 65, and if you're donating or if you're submitting to all of them,
you submit to like 30. That's
that's
like
$5
$5,000.
yeah, and that's where a part of our budget for this is for
just
that.
submissions.
It's just for post and distribution.
Yeah,
I
and
just
then
don't
once
see
you
the
get
value,
in, you
I
have
guess.
to pay for your own plane tickets to fly.
Oh,
there, right?
absolutely. You got to pay for
and
your
book your
hotel.
own
You got to pay for your
hotel.
food.
Yeah.
You pay for your beers when you're there. Yeah, nothing's free.
Oh,
Nothing's free.
It's a racket.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Fantastic Fest, but like,
That's a horror.
but it's like but that's a genre heavy horror.
It's also
festival.
like one of the top ones. Like,
right.
Like the top of the top is like like
It's
Sundance. I'm sure is like
Sundance, Tribeca,
you
like
know, that's a different tier.
I'm sure.
but-
Yeah, I can. So, like, I'm sure that's a different tier, and they have.
Yeah.
But that's just something. Yeah, it's just such a whole nother realm that we. I mean, for a lot of Austin people, because we're all just so indie here, that we just are not going into unless you just randomly are just the lucky person where your thing blows up.
I just don't see careers coming out of the film festival route anymore. Like, you know, like back in the day, if you like, what's his name? I'm blanking on
Who?
the most famous Rodriguez. Robbie.
Rodriguez or Linklater.
Yeah. Like that's how they became directors. Is they made a short film. They went to a film festival and then they got scooped.
Right.
They're Hollywood directors now. That is not. I don't believe that's possible anymore. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think the game has changed significantly, and I mean, yeah, like I said, that's where a lot of our budget's going because right now there isn't really another option.
Yeah,
like because there isn't.
Well, what's
there
the other
is.
option?
There
Oh boy, is this all a plug for your?
This is a plug for my movie. No, I'm completely kidding. But I think something interesting along the lines of just like guerrilla viral marketing, just like trying to like give it out, just put it in businesses.
Sure,
that kind of shit.
Well,
like,
I mean, a lot of
it depends on the film for sure.
What I think it also helps is, I mean, it's not like it's not a absolutely sure way that people can see that you're making a movie, but
totally
there's Instagram and Facebook have a lot of boosting and like promotion options.
Shout out Meta.
They got to boost their stock.
As much as, I mean,
Instagram's fucking dying. Everyone leave Instagram.
Yeah.
Go to Twitter now.
Oh yeah,
Leave
well,
now.
Like,
Twitter only.
Go now. But even on Twitter, it's like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and everything. There's just boost options that you can.
Yes.
Granted, they're also not like the cheapest thing, but like if you just absolutely know, you can go and just like make sure that people, you can pay to get it on people's.
You pay for
I mean,
interactions.
but like you're paying for the same prices that you're gonna pay at like a film festival,
yeah,
something like that. I'm not saying it's a substitute option, but it's just another one.
I guess if you're like tracking the life of a movie and you want the most people to see it, the route of film festival to Amazon original, that is like the least people seeing it.
I mean, it depends if Amazon decides to feature it.
No one is looking for movies on Amazon.
No,
Except
no one is.
Carl.
We are.
Every time I hang out with Carl,
we're finding.
he's
We're finding Love on a Leash, and we're watching it again and again
Love
and
on a
again.
Leash.
We're only watching Love.
I was there.
You watched that with us, didn't you?
I watched that. I went home and watched a movie the other day called Sharks of the Corn.
Oh shit!
With my sister, I found on Amazon.
Sounds amazing.
Sharks of the Corn.
What's
Sharks
this
of the
all
Corn.
about?
It was atrocious, but man, was it fun!
Sounds great.
And cornfields.
No, it's correct.
No.
It's a Jaws Children of the Corn sequel remix.
So it's like the scene from Jeepers Creepers where they pull a plow underneath and it's like cruising through the.
It's sharks that live in a cornfield.
That's so dumb. I love it.
Can you see them?
Yeah.
Do the fins come up above the corn?
Yes.
Are they flying above the
Yes.
cornfield? Is there corn
there's
shooting
one
everywhere?
shot. There's one shot in it when there's a helicopter trying to find a
They
kid
leave
who's
crop
lost
circles. Do the sharks leave crop circles?
No.
No, but they do go.
Do they dive underground?
No, they just live above. They don't go. They don't sit above the crops. They don't live underground. They're in the sweet middle, floating in between all the corn
Swimming through the
stalks.
corn.
Yeah.
Do they make what does that sound like?
What does it
That's what I'm
sound like?
curious about.
I mean,
Rustling?
yeah. Imagine if you're husking a corn, shucking a corn, and then but instead of shark fins are rubbing up against it. But there's a shot in it where
I can't even form this in my mind. I can't even envision it.
it is bad. There is.
So they're floating.
They are floating. Yes. Imagine that there
It's
is
like seaweed. They're like.
It's hard to picture. I'm talking if my arm is a stalk of corn.
Yes.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So tip is right here,
Right.
bottom is my elbow. Right here is a shark just floating like a foot above the ground.
Great whites.
I think
Tiger
they're great
sharks.
whites.
Bull sharks.
I think they're all just. I think there's like two hammerheads in it. I can't be wrong, but they're mostly just great whites.
Amazing.
And then they go, what the hell is that? And then a silhouette of the helicopter is in front of the sun, and a shark jumps out of the cornfield and takes down the helicopter.
No.
Now that's what I'm talking
No,
about.
This sounds like some Resident Evil shit.
It is a fever dream. It's got a wonderful poster, and it is shot horribly.
What are we talking about budget here? What are you thinking?
Oh God. Maybe like $100. No.
Do you know Sharknado is like one of the top grossing film franchises of all time?
Yeah.
I mean, they
I did know
made
that.
8 of
Yeah.
them.
8 of them? I mean,
so many.
They make them for so fucking cheap and they make so much money.
Here, Dakota, I got a deal for you.
whatever.
Okay, what's up?
All right. So, for $5,000.
Okay. Can it go down to the housetop?
Yes, it can go to
Okay,
that.
cool.
Okay.
Good
Listen,
stuff.
so for 120 days, I'm paying for this.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
only able to eat pepperoni pizzas from Little Caesars.
Okay, you're all right.
They're free. You can eat as many or as little as you want.
Okay.
And the only other thing you could do is drink water or Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Are you doing this for 120 days? For $5,000?
Oh, I thought this was gonna end badly. Yes.
Yeah, Little Caesars is only bad when people are around hating it. It is good pizza.
But you're only
Yeah,
eating pizza.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right.
But you're
That was a
only
terrible-
eating pizza.
I totally agree with Cole. Little Caesars is good pizza.
Little
Sorry.
Caesars is
Are
good.
you, are
Listen,
you down to eat?
hating
Are
ass
you,
bitches
are you
are-
down to eat only pepperoni
Find me
pizza?
on the blacktop, homie, and fight me.
Are you
Find
trying to
me.
get sponsored by Little Caesars?
Oh my God! If Little Caesars sponsored up on the housetop, God, that'd be amazing.
But listen, you'd be
What?
down with eating pizza every day.
Yeah, Ninja Turtle style. Yes. Yes.
okay.
You'd rather take this than the snail deal.
What? Yeah. What? What?
Let me-
Immortality of watching my friends and loved ones die at
Yeah.
the hands of time,
Yeah.
or eat pizza is your scenario.
But it's 120 days.
You don't have to eat a lot.
Yeah,
But that's the only thing you can eat.
that's
You-
fine.
You would have scurvy, like, for sure.
Yeah, I would get scurvy, but I could
Yeah.
use part of. I mean, my scurvy. I would say it can cover my medical bills. And I go, no, we live in America. $5,000 can't cover.
No, that's not going to cover anything.
Can I get crazy bread thrown in with this deal?
You get as much.
Yeah, like,
crazy
can I get some
bread.
garlic nuts?
Yeah.
Some crazy
you get
bread?
Coca-Cola and crazy
Some
bread. No problem.
some marinara sauce, maybe.
Can I get a calzone?
Nope. Just crazy bread.
What is it? The crazy calzone?
The crazy calzone.
Crazy calzone.
The one where they just kind of like fold the pizza?
Man, I can't believe you're just down.
Yeah,
Okay.
Savage.
Well, there was a time in my life where I wanted to see how long I could eat just pizza.
How long did you go?
I think I went like a week and a half or something like that. Which
I mean, I've done
personally,
that by accident.
I think that sounds like rookie numbers.
That's rookie.
Yeah, that sounds like rookie numbers.
Yeah.
But I feel I can't remember where I got them from.
What was like the grossest shit you ate in college? Like,
Because
everyone has like, this is the snack I had when I was in college, and it's like,
There's-
what the fuck, bro?
Wasn't that great college humor sketch where it's like he's like, welcome to my cooking show. It's called It's Technically a Meal.
I haven't seen that.
And it's
but it
yeah,
sounds
go
good.
watch it. He goes in and goes like, yeah, we have some noodles, an egg, and some ketchup.
I'm gonna
and he
throw
puts them
up.
together. He goes, it's technically a meal, but
Mine is so bad.
I think I'm really trying to
Mine
think.
is so bad.
I think it's like, I think I just like took a chomp out of like a brick of like blue cheese one time because I was just so hungry, and that's the
I
only thing.
respect it.
See?
I can't
High
think.
roller.
If I high
Yeah,
roller,
blue cheese.
maybe it's so bad that I
One time I
can't.
ate like all of the caviar.
You just got
I've
the tube
definitely
and just
eaten like a jar of olives.
that's not too bad.
That's not too
That was
bad.
amazing. I
No,
loved
but like gross. What did you eat that was gross? That's a good one. The blue cheese.
Yeah. What?
Mine is bad. I'll leave mine for the end.
Oh gosh, maybe it was so bad that I can't remember it, and I'm trying, like my brain's trying to push out like bad trauma, and I can't remember it. But like, oh god, it
Okay.
has to have been. I mean, some kind of like I ate like I had a sandwich and the bread was like 8 days out of thing,
Okay.
and I just needed to eat, and I was like, am I gonna risk moldy bread? Food poisoning,
And you said, hell yeah.
and I said, hell yeah.
Got to build that gut biome.
I think my justification was I toasted it in the oven,
that does not make
and I was like, yeah,
It'll burn them all.
yeah, I know,
think
yeah,
it
I'm like
might.
that'll
little
toast
bit.
the germs away. I was a freshman in college. I was like, yeah, that'll work. Did not work.
I did mine an embarrassing amount of times. What I would do is I would buy like a bag of potatoes from the grocery store,
Okay,
and then I would like poke holes in it with a fork,
the
and then
Microwave.
the
it?
potatoes.
Tell
The
me you
potato.
microwave
Yeah.
it.
yeah, I'd throw it in a microwave for like 2-3 minutes.
Not okay.
Get it like kind of baked potatoey, and then I would make a dipping sauce out of mayonnaise and seasoned salt.
What? Mayonnaise and
What? For like a spicy, like a
Yeah,
like
it's like a fry sauce.
yeah, like a chipotle
So
mayo.
it's an aioli.
Aioli.
Yeah, but it was just like Hellman's mayonnaise and seasoned salt, and I would dip this microwave baked potato into it, and I ate that like a lot in college.
I don't think that's too bad.
That sounds kind of tasty. And honestly, as far
because
nice.
hello, oh no, ambulance. I think
It's good nutrition.
If you're
gonna eat anything, no.
It's not the good nutrition.
Listen.
Starch and fat.
Listen, if you were to eat one thing,
Okay.
I'm talking like one ingredient, fruit, vegetable, whatever.
Are you about to preach the name of potatoes to me,
I
an
am.
Irish man?
I would go with potatoes.
You're culturally appropriating me, bro.
No, I would personally go with potatoes. Like, what would you eat for 1 year if you could eat one thing?
It's potatoes.
I answered your pizza question.
That's not.
I said 4 months.
Yeah.
My mental health is not well kept through being, just doing 16-hour days or something like that, and like not seeing friends and family.
Yeah. This shit is not good for you.
Oh, it's not
the
at all.
combination of stress and walking.
I was
and
losing
lifting.
hair. Like I haven't talked about this before, but I was legitimately losing hair.
No,
ADA.
absolutely. I lost. I went and did a movie in Massachusetts. I was the production designer for, and we always went over every single day. I went and easily lost just in the time we were in Massachusetts for like a week, 10 or 14, something like that days. I lost 15 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, you were there for how many days?
I was there for
15 days.
like 10 to 15. I can't remember exactly how much we were there, but
So
like
roughly a pound a day.
yeah, from just like forgetting to eat. I didn't want to eat clam chowder again.
I forget to eat like a lot.
I forget to, dude.
Every time we hang out, Colt,
Yeah, I know.
he comes over. I'm like, hey man, do you want to eat something? He's like, oh, I'm good. And we'll do a marathon for 14 hours.
I just forget
Yeah,
to
I
eat,
do too.
which is I have a problem where I've come so accustomed to coffee that I'll use coffee to trick my body into thinking it's full
I mean, it'll work for a while.
all the time, and which is like
I eat ice.
I eat ice.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
I'll go. Yeah, I'm
low iron.
But I'll tell you this: if I'm on set, if you've got endless coffee, bottomless coffee, a box of Uncrustables, and like maybe just like some clementines.
That's how you get
Clementines.
clementines.
Times.
Yeah, I think you get it.
Clementines.
It's definitely not times.
Times New Roman.
Clementine.
New Roman.
Clementine.
If you've got those 3 ingredients on set for me,
Yeah.
and like maybe just like a round of breakfast tacos in the morning, I'll go 19 hours. I'll go 20 hours.
You shouldn't say
On
that.
that. Don't
say that out
hold
loud.
on.
I can't say that out loud.
What's your death row meal?
My death row meal.
I'm talking a dinner platter plus a dessert. What are we talking about?
Little Caesar's crazy calzone.
I'm talking Little Caesars.
No, dude, it's something pizza, man. I was able to answer your question so quickly.
Yeah.
I love pizza. I mean, like Ninja Turtle style love pizza.
That's a really controversial take. I think we're gonna have to cut that out.
I mean,
of
I
the
love
podcast.
pizza too.
yeah.
just
Weird of me. Hot take. I like pizza a whole lot. I can eat pizza every day. Like it's not new, but yeah, dude. God, man. Like
That's your death row meal.
yeah.
What kind of pie?
What kind of pie?
What are we talking about here?
Kind of pie.
As I've grown up, as I've gotten older, I've come to know that like margarita is something that should not be looked over.
I like margarita.
I love margarita pizza. I want to say that's my death row one. I'll just get like a nice meat lovers or something like that. But like,
Okay.
What's yours, Andrew? Do you have a death row meal?
I think I would go full on desserts. I'm talking.
Doesn't matter what
tiramisu.
you're on death row
I'm
for.
talking about creme brulee.
Okay.
I'm talking mochi. I'm just going
some
full,
mochi. Hell yeah.
full on.
Get some
dessert
mochi,
platter.
just shoving mochi balls down your throat.
I mean, my plan was always like if I was.
Are you doing
on
the
death
ice cream?
row-
Are you doing ice cream mochi balls, or are you doing the other kind, like red bean
No, ice cream. Ice cream.
ice cream? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going American ice. Let's go. But
My
my death row
plan-
plan
my
was
plan
always
for
just
death
eat like 2 pounds of creme brulee, take some laxatives, and as I'm walking to the electric chair, I'd just shit my pants,
Sure.
and then I'd see if they would clean me up before killing me, or if they.
You're just gonna do it. You're gonna do it again in a couple
But
minutes.
I think I learned that they put a diaper on you.
That's
before
so
all that,
fucked. This is so
even
fucked.
if
Why are you talking?
I thought about this a lot, and it's ruined my entire plan.
Why,
so
Sure.
I'm
why
not
have you
doing that
thought
anymore.
about this?
I don't know. I
What
think
do
about it a lot.
Why? Why?
I think these are the questions left up to the suits in Washington.
Yeah.
I think.
I just thought about like imagine walking to the chair and it's just dripping out the fucking
They don't-
pants.
God.
fuck?
Ew. Ew, dude. God.
So we're not all right. It's okay.
That's Yeah, it would be something to do
with pizza.
something Italian, really. Which is, I would say I would want something from my like from my heritage. Like I would be like I should get something from Sweden, just out of like, hey,
sorry.
I should.
I thought he was hinting at Italian heritage.
No, I'm not Italian at all. My Swedish heritage, but I'll tell you right now, Swedish food is, if it's not a pastry, it's gross.
Dude,
That's how I feel about Polish
We tried to
food,
go to
too.
IKEA to get their food, and they didn't have it.
Have what?
Well, they did, but we
Eat pastries?
No, they
filmed
didn't
the sketch too long in the bedrooms.
IKEA has cafeteria.
Yeah. Well, what were you getting?
Basically their
meatballs,
whole
I
menu.
think.
The meatballs, they had salmon and some other food.
Yeah. The IKEA. I had to give you my grandma's recipe for Swedish
How
meatballs.
offensive is it that we immediately said IKEA as like the Swedish restaurant we know?
I mean, IKEA's loving
The one-
it. We're
I'll tell
about
you
to
right
get
now.
sponsored by IKEA.
I'll tell you. Well, I'll tell you
that
what.
much.
I want to speak for all of Sweden, but based
Go
on
for it.
all of my Swedish cousins and my grandma and everything, my more, if you will.
Shout out more.
Shout out. Love IKEA.
Okay.
They all love IKEA. The one that you do not want to get in with them is be like, oh, you've seen Midsummer.
Oh, really? People don't like that?
Well, they not like it, but Midsummer is a actual celebration of the beginning of summer.
Right. They don't throw old people off cliffs.
They don't throw old people off cliffs. They don't
Maybe they should.
It's like my
have
fest
mutual
in
crying. That whole festival is you go and you eat cakes and drink a little bit and you dance around the flower pole and
then you jump off the cliff at 72.
and you welcome summer and then you jump off the cliff. Oh, I noticed your little buttons on your soundboard are glowing.
I don't know.
You got little Starburst colors.
Did you set up any sound effects?
Hold on. Can you hear that?
Oh, is there sound effects?
I do hear that.
Ooh,
Cricket sound effects?
I want to hear. This is just.
Is that the only
What
one?
would be your radio DJ like? Welcome to the nine. See what it is, like 6-7.
I've kind of thought about this. I kind of want to. I kind of want to DJ.
Welcome to the dark.
I kind of want to DJ at some point. That sounds really fun.
You'd be good.
Like radio DJ?
You can run the whole show, no problem.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like what I do for work.
Sure. Yeah, you already do
Technical
it.
directing stuff. So, I think it'd be fun.
Wait, really fun.
What's the most prolific radio station in Austin? 90, 99?
I have no idea.
I haven't been on the radio in 6 years.
You're on the radio right now.
You're on the radio. There's a camera. Well, no, we're on the radio. It won't be camera. Someone once told me I had a real face for radio.
That's such an asshole thing.
Well, it's just like, oh man,
They were right.
They were.
That's for
just
the
got my-
ramen comment.
That's for the
For any of you who are
Dakota
watching,
fucking
This
destroyed
was
Andrew
messed up.
today.
I haven't seen Dakota in months. Gives me a hug and he
Listen.
goes, "Your hair kind of smells like ramen."
That
And
is
I was like,
don't
"Oh
forget
yeah."
that
And he
I
goes,
said-
"Chicken broth," and then he walks out the door again.
overkill.
okay,
Shut me down.
let's continue that sentence and then say how I said your new bleach hair makes you look like Jason Momoa, who is a hot individual. Before he, but
We know nothing about how he smells, though.
I'm a small hot
but
man.
the smell comment, yeah, that was pretty mean. I'm sorry,
It's okay.
but
I'll address that.
I don't take it back, but like
I respect
I don't
that.
expect you to.
I respect that you're standing by it.
I stand by my comment.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think people like ramen.
Yeah, I'll add that to my Tinder profile. It'll work out. Smells like ramen.
It smells like ramen.
It's just like with no other context. It smells like
It
ramen.
smells
It smells like ramen. Hey, in case you're wondering, it smells like. In case you're wondering, it smells like ramen.
That's all it says. Nothing
That's your
else.
entire profile.
Nothing
It
else.
smells like ramen.
I think that would still work.
How long until you got banned?
Never.
From Tinder, I think you're
I don't think
good.
it's impossible to get banned.
I
It
think
is
you're
not.
okay.
It is not.
If you run like Hinge or Bumble, maybe just something like maybe, but Tinder, no, you're good. You're good.
Good to go.
It's
It
the
smells like
escape from New York of the dating profile of the dating apps.
Do you do dating app stuff?
Yeah, I try to. Well, I've tried to.
I hate it.
I'll tell you what I did. I tried it for a little bit when I was in college. It's just not. I found out it's just not for me. Then during the pandemic, I re-uploaded it and started doing it again. And I've just come to them like, I think both parties sometimes are like, I just need to have some small bit of validation that I'm not just like a Quasimodo, undateable. Like, there's just a little bit like, if I just get like a like and a match, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not so unattractive that like nobody, you know what I mean? Because
Sure.
like which is. It's like maybe that's bad because I don't usually go on dates. I mean, I've talked to them. I've asked about it before, and I've done it.
Man. I don't care.
Yeah, but I think that there's like a fun bit of like just like we don't have to meet up. I just need some personal acknowledgement, knowing that I'm not an ugly piece of shit, and that you're not
will
as
tell
well.
you.
And then we shake on it, and then you're like, all right, cool. Can we leave? And you're like, yeah, all right.
You kind of just like shout from very far away. Yo, you're hot.
Yo, you're hot, and you go, thanks. I think you are
that's
too.
Kind of sick. Yeah, feels good.
Because I'm sure if you go to my Hinge, it is not my personality that's winning it. Because all I talk about is this sea curse I think I have.
Sea curse?
Yeah,
You got to explain that.
It's okay. The year is 2006. The Millett family is in Hawaii, and we want to go to this green beach that is off limits. So I think it's like this like sacred beach.
Sacred or secret?
Sacred. I think it is.
I'm gonna be honest. This is not going great for the first part of the story.
No. No. We weren't
So
good.
you went on sacred
We were trying to break into
land.
this late.
I was very
ancient land.
I was like 9. I didn't know.
Okay, I'm kidding.
I didn't know. But like, Devin looking back on it, like you freaking white family going into. Don't like do that. And so we paid a guy like $20 to like drive us to this thing. We get there and we hang out on the beach. We do everything.
Okay.
My mom wants to commemorate the occasion by she gets a bottle of water, empties it out, and scoops up green sand from it, and like has sand from
That's cool.
the secret beach. It's not cool. Here's why.
Oh shit.
So we go home to San Antonio, and it's so much bad crap started happening. Primarily, it started happening in vehicles stuff. Like we have been through so many cars.
Really?
Yes, the Millett family has been through. I mean, I think I've driven since my junior year, or since like I was like in 8th grade. We must have gone through at least like 16 cars.
Jesus, what? That's a lot.
What would happen? Like
It would just
problems?
they would just break. They would just the engine would break, and it just was unsavable, and we had to get a new car all the time. And so what is going on? And we found out that from someone, they're like, what'd you do? Yeah. And we go, oh yeah, we were in Hawaii and we went and did this. And my mom got this cool thing of green sand. And they go, wait, you took green sand from that beach? And they go, yeah. And they go, dude, you have a Hawaiian curse. What? And we're like, no, we don't.
So how did you remedy this?
It's not
bro, you got a Hawaiian curse, bro.
Yeah,
Bro.
some guy.
They're like, yo, do you have 16 cars?
Don't you know?
Dude, you have a Hawaiian curse, bro.
Don't you know? He.
Dude, you got that green sand,
Did you
bro?
call your mom
Yeah, he like
immediately?
just knew about it. What?
Did you call your mom immediately?
Yeah, she was there. It was me. I was 10, and my mom's just with us. She sees it, and yeah. And so we go. She's like, "Oh, you gotta get rid of it." And we're like, "Oh, okay." Or like get rid of it, cause like you gotta fix that. And we
Like
went
bring it back? Or?
And we didn't believe it at first.
You have to bring it back.
Kept it.
Yeah, no, that was the thing. That was the problem. They said you have a curse, and then we were like, we don't have a curse. And then bad crap kept happening, and they go, haha, we don't have a curse, do we? And then after a while, we're like, we gotta get rid of the sand, and we just threw the bottle away
Hell yeah.
with the sand in it.
Okay.
Where did in the trash?
In the trash, gone. Like we was like, okay, cool, no more curse. Bad crap kept happening, and then we were like, yo, the curse didn't go away. He goes, well, yeah, you went and put the sand back on the beach, right? And we were like,
Who is this guy?
yeah.
Did you go to the landfill to locate this bottle?
Who is this
I-
guy that's like really knowledgeable about Hawaiian curses?
About Hawaiian curses. What? And so we did, and we were like, no, we threw it away. And they go, oh, then you're just cursed for the rest of y'all's lives then.
This guy.
And it's weird because that thing, we still have car issues to this day. Or like, I mean, just in college, I went through 4 cars in college.
That's crazy.
Easy. I had 4 cars in college. I went through 2 mopeds. Like, it's like just some crazy crap.
This is amazing.
Yeah, and so on my Hinge profile, on all the problems I have on it, I talk about like, I say like, what's the worst kind of curse I have? It's probably a sea curse. Wink. And then the next one I go, something I won't shut up about, and I go, my very real evil sea curse, and then the bottom one, it's actually like break the curse. And I'm like,
Hell yeah.
But I talk about my curse, my entire profile. All this is to
Does
say,
that work? Because like
I'm gonna tell you
my profile is also a bit, and nobody likes it.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you for the people that do like it. Yeah, they think it's funny, but they don't like want to like hang out.
They just hit you up.
There's
three.
That's a good bit.
There's
Never
three.
gonna touch you.
There's three sections of people. Some people who think I'm attractive and think the bit's funny and don't want to hang out, and that's just one. And then they come and they go, and they go, haha, and then they leave.
Okay.
Number two is people that just think I'm attractive, and that's just it. Like that, yeah, and they like say anything, which is nice. But the third group is where the majority of my matches live, which is someone coming in, a very attractive person, a very attractive individual. They'll just go like, all right, what is this? Like, tell me what this curse is so I can leave. And I'm like, don't you want to go on a date first? And they go, no, just tell me what it is.
Listen, you entitled fuck. You don't get to know the story.
Yeah, you don't know the story. And then after a while, I'm like, I'm not going on a date with you. Just tell me what the curse is. And I'm like, I have a Hawaiian sea curse. And they go, thank you. Okay, I'm leaving now. Bye.
That sucks, bro. I'm
but
sorry.
It's so fun. I've gotten matched by two witches though. Two witches
Did
that
they
thought
understand the curse?
Were
they thought they could. They're like, I think I could break this curse. I go, oh, this is a bit. Like I don't actually.
You should have taken.
You should have
taken them up on that.
I think I did one time. The first one I thought about it, and then she was telling me like where.
Bro, have you ever hung out with a witch?
I have hung out with a witch.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I think you need to address this curse.
I didn't hang out with that witch. I hung out with a witch while I was at the Houston Renaissance Festival.
I mean, I don't believe in most of the shit, but
well,
it's
whatever it is. If they do, like a full-on witch, like someone, but the one from Hinge was, she was telling me like, drink this, go to this location under a full moon,
drink this,
whatever.
Drink this.
And I think it was like, meet me here and help me out with this. And I go, oh, I'm not gonna do that, but like, I appreciate the help.
I think
wild.
you need to go do that.
I don't even remember what the rules were.
Yeah, that's the only way to get your car working.
Well, I mean, it's not like like the individual car. The reason we think it's cars is because of us paying some guy.
That's right.
That was there driving us there, so we think it manifested in vehicles.
If I
have you talked to anyone else who's dealing with this curse?
I've been with this curse. The guy who told us about the curse, because like he seemed to be like, you seem to know a lot about this curse. Did this happen to you? And he was like, yes, it did.
Did he put the sand back?
Yeah, he put the sand back.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
Would you, if I found $100,000, would you go with me to the landfill to try to find this bottle of sand?
From 2006?
Yeah.
It's gone.
What do you mean?
I don't think it's like Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, where I go and like find every single grain of...
No, I mean the bottle.
The bottle's broken. There's no way the bottle survived. The sand has been dispersed amongst the landfill.
I think it's in there.
I'm saying we need to film a documentary of you returning this sand to the Hawaiian beach.
Yeah.
I think if we do it like Pirates of the Caribbean, where I go and find, like how they find each individual coin from all the land, if I go and I find each grain of sand and make the bottle again, and then put it back on the curse, and then like the green light.
Ooh, you have
from the
to
ocean.
forge a new bottle from the sand.
Yeah, what a boring, like Pirates of the Caribbean is like, we had to find the gold from the treasure, and then this one's is like, we're finding grains of sand. How boring.
In a landfill.
In a landfill.
My Subaru broke again.
My Subaru broke again. Yeah, we're just doing it.
My moped.
My
It has
moped.
a flat tire.
The belt broke again on the moped. Oh no.
My timing fan is off.
My diving fan. What the hell? My Vespa. What no? I have a
What? No.
My catalytic converter.
a catalytic converter. We're kind of turning into like Italian pirates there.
Yeah.
Catalytic. But yeah, so that's my evil curse, and that's why I talk about my Dame profiles, and hence that combined with me working in film and not seeing anybody is where my dating life is right
Yeah,
now.
it's so fucking hard to date people in your film.
Yeah.
In film.
I hear that.
Especially, well, it's hard because like if it's another film person, it's like we will never see each other. And
Sure. The only time you guys
like ships in the
No,
night.
the only thing you talk about is film.
Yeah.
And the only time you're really gonna be able to see each other is on if you happen to land on another project with that person.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
I think the ideal for most film people is to date someone with an equally chaotic life that is not film.
The opposite of that?
No,
That is the ideal.
as chaotic, but not
I mean,
in the
schedule-wise, opposite? Or?
Yeah.
A lot of people date like night nurses.
Well, I don't think that we have.
Yeah, sick.
We didn't have at all have a sense of actual schedule. I don't think it's so sporadic.
No, I mean also like just flipping to overnights in the middle of the week and then back.
Yeah, because I know
It's always hard.
I know just in Austin, I know we definitely just like
Don't have a union.
it's also really annoying because Walker Texas Ranger literally shoots at the end of my street.
Oh really?
Yeah, I drive by it every day. I've driven by it every day for the past like however long, like what year they've been shooting it.
Do you always say, hey, can I hang out?
I've walked onto the parking lot and been like, yo, I'm a production designer. I live at the end of the street. Can I hop on? And they're like, no. And
They say, yo,
okay.
you smell like ramen. Get out of
They
here.
say you smell like beef broth instead of chicken broth.
Yo, you smell like stock, man.
Yo, you smell like
Get
stock,
the
bro.
fuck out of here,
Get the
bro.
fuck out of here, dude.
Yo,
Boy, you smell like beef bouillon. Get the fuck out.
Boy, you
Damn,
smell
I
like
would never
duck
recover
Goldby.
from that.
Well, you smell like a plate of duck Goldby. Oh god. Yeah, I don't know. The union stuff is weird. I don't know enough about it.
I don't
to,
know
like,
enough
how we
about
get- I just
this
know
specific.
I just know that
chapter
like
to complain about it. I like the idea of the film union.
Absolutely.
I don't like all the IATSE stuff and how they were standing up for.
I think it's great.
It's great, yeah. I just wish it was more accessible.
My brother who I live with was making fun of me because I was like, I came home after the protest and I was like, woo, 10-hour days, 12-hour days to 10-hour days.
Well, did you?
Woo, they're probably still 14 hours.
No, did you like read what happened with? all
Yeah, it
this?
wasn't like a solid like that happened, but the rest of the deal wasn't.
Our
Like,
union reps in LA fucked us.
yeah, I know, but like here, I know we can't we can't do more than 10 hours. I mean, without doing overtime.
Yeah, but I don't think that's not being enforced anywhere.
It wasn't the past 4 commercials I did.
Well, on commercials.
I mean,
it
so
is,
you just get
but-
more money,
Sure, yeah,
but
sure.
you're still working unlimited hours.
Well, I was saying the 10-hour thing. I was laughing because I was like, "Woo, 10 hours, all right!" And then my brother was like, "That's still like 4 hours longer than what a normal person works."
Yeah.
And I was just like,
12 when we started, 12 was base.
That was the standard.
12 was base with no OT.
Yeah, that was correct. That is correct.
And
That's the worst.
It went to 14 regularly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything I worked on was 14 hours.
If
And
you
when
got
my-
OT.
Yeah, and when my PA rate was like 15 an hour, and they're like, "Oh, you get 3 hours OT today for a 15-hour day." I'm like,
Bro,
I don't want this
I hate you.
$60
Yeah,
for
I'll pay you
dying.
$60 to
Yeah,
leave.
Yeah, it's like, I'll give you $60.
Yeah.
to go
The
home.
indie scene in Austin, there's some definite like highlights, but there's also some low lights.
Oh,
There are
absolutely.
some people that are going to pay you $200 to produce an AD a commercial.
Yeah.
And think it's okay.
And
Yeah.
it takes 8 days of pre-production. that you're working
I
on
always
it.
say this to people who are from out of town. I go, what Austin has that like New York and like and Atlanta and LA doesn't have is that you won't find a group of people that are more passionate about wanting to get each other's stuff done.
Yeah.
We're
trauma bonding.
Yeah,
Bringing it back to trauma bonding.
Bringing it back to trauma bonding. We want to make each other's stuff, and we all want it to be cool, and we all are willing. We're all so willing to help each other out and dish out favors and like just help each other.
Hell yeah.
It may take a little bit longer to get to something bigger, and get something bigger done, but you won't hate everybody around you and yourself.
Well,
For the reasons of like working with coworkers.
If you're careful,
I
yeah.
have so many. Most people I work with are genuinely my friends.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that being said, it's without the less cutthroatness of it. You won't go and be like, I'm gonna go make the Avengers movie in Austin.
Yeah.
That won't happen.
It's also kind of just like open season for abusers a little bit.
Yeah.
Like specifically for like people that are new,
Uh-huh.
they just get taken advantage of a lot by people that
Sure.
are more experienced.
Oh yeah,
Because
absolutely.
like the culture is so much like, yeah, let's all help each other. Let's all be friendly. Let's all like work on each other's stuff for cheap or free.
They know that.
And then they continue to do it for years and years and years. And they make
Yeah.
a lot of money, but they don't pay anybody.
After a while, you have to like.
So,
but
it's just like every other part of your life, I guess, just being aware of who you're friends with and who you're trusting.
yeah.
like not being not trusting people, but like being aware and like
Sure.
hyper aware of
Yeah.
what's happening around you.
Absolutely. How long have we been talking?
Hour 30.
Oh,
We're close to the end. Yeah.
Hour 30. How long do these usually go?
This is pretty long.
This is a longer one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
We usually cut down some stuff.
Okay.
I'll cut out all of my Greg Abbott jokes.
Oh man, it's gonna be at least half an hour.
Yeah.
For all the Greg Abbott jokes. Y'all go.
See me live for my Greg Abbott jokes.
Oh my gosh. But I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm making up on the housetop.
Yeah, dude. Thank you so much for doing this. It's
dude.
like legitimately. I wanted to do this to promote your film, but also like I haven't seen you in a long time, and it's good
Yeah,
to see you.
I haven't seen you since I haven't seen Andrew since Couch to the Bottle.
Is that true?
It could be. I saw you online.
I think
for
we
the practice.
like, I haven't seen you in person. We've like done
Yeah.
Thrall.
Oh shit! That's the first time that's ever been mentioned on this channel.
Have we not mentioned?
No.
Am I allowed to mention that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dakota you're going to see more of Dakota very soon.
Yeah.
Well, holy shit. Remember Henry from the last episode?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, we do.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you remember Lindsay from Kiss and Break Up?
Well, we do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Us five. We're doing a TTRPG podcast that'll probably come up on YouTube too.
It's
so.
like D&D, except not D&D.
Nukes.
It's like D&D,
Worlds.
Yeah,
but it's a different thing.
it'll be fun.
It's fun.
You'll see that soon. More info coming soon.
I play a large fat elephant with 3 arms named Rody Kanai, who is a really bad diner chef.
I think Rhodey's gonna kill off probably.
Rhodey's gonna die.
Rhodey's
No,
already
I like how
dead.
he jumped 7 feet at 600
Wait,
pounds.
no,
That was
it's
my
not.
favorite.
Well, so
What, you told me Rhodey's dead?
Rhodey's dead, bro.
we brought you on the show to let you know.
No, so like the whole thing is like it's like roguelike. So every week we're gonna play different characters. So like we could totally bring Rhodey.
Man, I invested
No, for sure.
way
Yeah,
too much emotion.
I was just like, I was just like, Rhodey didn't die.
The brain of Rhodey can exist. Here, listen.
Yeah.
Listen. This is confusing. I'm gonna try my very best to explain this now on this show, so I don't have to explain it again. I will explain it again on Thrall, but it'll be in 2 places now. Each episode, we're doing kind of like a roguelite. We're playing the same character, but you're going to be in a different body every episode. So your brain or your consciousness gets.
So it's like
you play the same person, but like
it's like Face Off, kind of.
Yeah, it's
have
like.
Have you seen Face Off?
Yeah, with Travolta.
Nicky Cage.
Or it's more actually it'd be more like what's that movie about? Like the brain of a serial killer got put into the body of like a normal person.
I don't know what that is.
That's what movie that is.
That's my life. Nice. Just kidding.
Yes.
That sounds like my wife.
Which serial killer brain do you have?
Which one?
Yeah.
Son of Sam?
Ted Bundy?
Another one?
Yeah, probably a better one.
Patton Oswalt?
Patton Oswalt.
I don't know. I haven't actually thought about
I
that.
thought you were gonna say
I'm gonna be my own.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say
I'll do some cool stuff,
Yeah,
make it
right.
my own.
Yeah.
oh, what's it?
I like the guy that just
Are you
walked
looking
into
for
the
serial
open
killer names?
No, I'm
open
trying to
doors.
who,
whatever was unlocked, he went in there.
Who's Inspector Gadget? What's the actor's name?
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, the guy or Ferris
Jim
Bueller.
Carrey?
Ferris Bueller.
Jim Carrey. I don't know.
I actually don't know Ferris Bueller's
Oh my gosh, what
actor
his
name.
I don't either.
He ran over someone with his car. So
Shit.
really,
So
and killed him.
So did Tony Stewart.
So did Jenner, Kristen Jenner.
Really?
He ran over somebody?
So did
She
Venus.
ran over
So did Venus Williams,
Who's Venus Williams?
Serena's sister.
Oh,
Why are all these people killing people? What's going on?
They're driving fast. You know what's better than Pokemon?
Digimon.
Is it Yu-Gi-Oh?
Digimon.
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 Digital monsters. Digimon. I listened to the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song in my car yesterday. Not a joke.
Can you hum it or sing it?
The opening. Okay, so the opening goes. It's like some Egyptian like. You'll move. And then they go, like, and then Yugi, and then his spirit, like, and it's two people in one body, and then it goes, Yugi's holding up Dark Magician. He goes, it's time.
I forgot this shit.
He goes, it's time to and then he holds and he holds up his card, and all of his mains pop up. It's like Time Wizard and Dark Magician, and all these people pop up, and then it goes Yu-Gi-Oh.
I choose you, Blue Eyes Dragon.
I had a hit on when I posted this on Instagram last year during Gay Pride Month.
Okay.
I posted a video of the character Pegasus from that show, who is like this like white haired. He's got
that's the main bad guy, right?
Yeah, he's got an
Egyptian.
He's got an Egyptian eyepiece in his like eye socket, and then he can like see. He cheats because he can like see cards with it.
Damn.
As Yu-Gi-Oh! Deep lore, you wouldn't understand.
But he has this white hair.
It's pretty good, actually.
He has this white hair that goes down and covers the side of it, and he's got this like banging cool red suit on all the time. But every time he plays Yugi or Kaiba in the show, he always goes. He plays this guy like, it's your move, Kaiba boy. And like, that's how he talks all the time. And I remember I posted a video of him. I go, we're just going to go through Gay Pride Month and not talk about this king. And talk about this hero of
that's fair,
of the LGBTQ community. It's just like, okay, I knew you play that card, Yugi boy. And I was like, this character is awesome.
That show's actually pretty good. I like the first season of
And then the overly stereotyped best friend Joey, who is just like a walking Brooklyn stop sign.
It's me, Joey.
It's Joey. It's just kind of like, as soon as this game's over, I'm gonna go get a pastrami meat sandwich out from the deli. I'm walking here, and like,
Yugi, I keep losing, Yugi.
I keep losing the game, Yugi. Like, what's the deal? It wasn't like this in New York. And you're like,
Yugi, I keep losing to Dark Magician.
saying, what's the deal, huh?
Dark Magician's
pastrami
not that
meatballs. Forget about it. Like, that was just how Joey talked. He was like a newsie, and he had like his hair was like this far from his head. It was really weird.
That show's
Speaking of hair, Yugi has some sick hair.
Yeah, his like all his triangles. Yeah. His multicolored red, yellow, and black. Like,
It's looking sick.
it was sick. I remember what was all the fan fiction of what was there was the Lady Dark Magician that people did a lot of fanfic over, which is weird.
I think that they made a card of.
There's an actual card.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady Dark Magician.
Yeah, and she's sitting and like has her wizard thing, but she's sitting like this.
You're right.
Is she not like a
Like
dark
in the card?
sorceress?
No, she is.
Is she not like a dark sorcerer?
No, if you want to get into lore that doesn't matter, I can give you a whole wave of Bionicle lore if you don't want.
Yo, I was into Bionicles for about 6 months, and then out of nowhere, I was like,
I don't like
the
this.
lamest shit.
Bionicles are like the worst
Fucking
toy.
drop it.
Bionicles are like the lamest thing ever.
No, so y'all,
I don't know any lore about Bionicles.
so y'all aren't Felimatorin. Y'all aren't.
No.
I'm gonna show you something. I did not plan for this bit.
Oh, holy shit.
My background is the original Bionicle.
Oh,
the movie.
my God. He's not lying.
Wait, they have a whole film on it?
There's
not lying.
multiple.
There's
films.
a lot of movies.
There's a lot of movies, dude.
Is it good?
No, but no, but like yeah, no, all the so there's the Toa, right? They're the main element like warriors you would get, right?
Okay.
But then they would defend all the Matoran, which are the little monsters. Oh, they're not monsters at all. They're like normal people. The little tinier like villagers that the Toa would defend on the island of Motunui. But then Motunui made the island and gifted everybody with the three virtues: unity, duty, and destiny. Sorry, I had a lot of spit in my mouth. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm almost following.
I'm following.
So Motunui makes the island of Motunui named after himself because he's selfish.
Okay.
And but then Motunui's brother Makuta came in and poisoned the land with darkness, and now they've lived 100 years in darkness. And then now Takua, one of the Matoran, goes and finds the Mask of Light that will go and rid the world of darkness, or rid Motunui of its darkness. And then
Holy shit.
he finds a great Kanohi mask in the tombs of one of the old Toa, and becomes the Toa Liwa, the Toa of Light, and then brings balance back to Motunui.
That's the main
There you go.
lore of Bionicles.
That's the first one. I can give you the other ones. But
I like that they shot little plastic balls like 3 feet across the room.
that was Generation 3. That wasn't.
I had the ones with the masks.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
the one-
always fell apart.
They all have the mask. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but
They all have the because that was the thing. Because like that's the whole thing is the certain
once
masks
their masks fall off, you're dead, right?
No. You can get different powers when you put on different masks. That's what happens in the lore in the movie. Is Takua, who's just a Matoran, he's like one of the little guys. He takes off his mask and puts on the mask of light and becomes a Toa. He doesn't know that can happen, but he does it by accident.
So this is your favorite.
This is my favorite movie. No, well, I'm gonna tell you what I did was when the pandemic started, I was just going through YouTube, and I found the full 2000, like year 2000 movie of Bionicle: The Mask of Light. It's just on YouTube. If you want to find it, it's completely on YouTube.
I'm watching that and Sharks in the Corn. Hold on. I do have a little question here.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So you got the Bionicles on your phone as
Sure,
the background.
sure.
And you learned all this lore and you retained it in your mind.
I knew it before I came up. I knew I wanted to do the bit just from playing with Bionicles forever. But then I'd solidified it with my adult presence and like performance. And I'm like, this is gonna be funnier now that I know it, and I can like do an entire gag out of it. But I mean, yes, go on.
It is fun. Okay. Do you ever worry that the bits you're doing become part of your personality that you can't shake?
I worry about that
because
a lot.
this happened to me a lot, and
yes,
I think it's just me now, and that's very scary.
I think you're talking about doing a lot. Over informing people about niche things.
It could be anything. Like for example, I screech a lot in my house. I'll go like, you know.
Oh, and that's just your
thing. And now
thing.
my roommates, when I come home, they'll try to emulate that same sound, you know. And then I'm like, oh damn! Like every time they see me, like this is what they think. And
right.
I'm just like living that life in my house now.
Yeah, it's Andrew, the screeching guy.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a little fucked up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. Sorry, Colt's mom. I love you.
Sorry, Colt's mom.
She doesn't care.
Shout out Colt's mom.
Shout out Colt's mom.
Shout out Heather.
Shout out Heather. Love you. Yeah, I absolutely know it. Yeah, like because I have a problem with I love explaining my feelings and everything through movie scenes.
Yeah,
a lot of people have not seen a lot of movies, so I'll go. There's a line from that Bionicle movie, since we're on Bionicle, that I'll talk about, where someone does something stupid. There's his best friend in the movie. He yells at him and goes, "We gotta go and play at the Coley match or whatever, the fake game they made up in the movie." And then he goes, "Hold your Rahi, I'm coming." And I say, "Hold your Rahi." I say it to a lot of people.
Is that a thing?
Hold your Rahi.
No,
what does it mean?
It's just like I think it's just some fake food or something. They just said a buzzword in the Bionicle movie.
So you say this all the time now.
I say it as a bit. I'm like, from the Bionicle movie.
That's
everyone's
awesome,
seen the Bionicle movie. And then to answer your thing, Andrew, it's being going like, oh yeah, Coda is a guy who says like lines from movies that no one has seen, and so it's just like, oh, well, that's not like a fun thing, is it? If like I think I've tried to spin it and being like, oh, the funny bit is that we don't know. Like, like they don't know, and they think that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the time, they're like, Coda, it's not funny. I go, and then I'll go into it and go, okay, here's what we're gonna do: is you're not laughing. Now the next bit is it's funny that you're not laughing. And with how unfunny it is what it's gonna make it funny.
Yeah, it evolves past that.
Yeah, it's gonna it's like a Norm Macdonald kind of thing where like I'm just gonna lean into that it's not funny, and then like the bit that we're just gonna sit here in this awkwardness is the old joke is gone. The new joke is that this is really awkward and really not funny. That's the new bit.
R.I.P. Norm.
R.I.P. Norm.
So yes, I understand what you mean.
Yeah, it's like the new one I have in my house. This is about a week old. My roommate Martine came home one day and he just said, "What up?" And then I said, "What up?" back to him. And now every time we see each other, we yell, "What up?" And then everyone else in the house hates it.
Dakota, this has been a lovely time.
This has been a lovely chat.
It's amazing.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Or didn't I host? Right? Is this?
Yeah. Can you thank us for?
Yeah.
coming?
Hey, thank you for coming on my podcast.
Of course.
And meeting me here at the. I forgot the name of it.
I do have something I'd like to plug before we go.
Go for it.
It's Up on the Housetop.
Yes.
Up on the
Up on the Housetop. It's like the song.
Did I fuck it up?
No, you got it.
Hell yeah. Up on the Housetop. The Indiegogo will be linked below.
Yes.
Yes.
Give them money. This is a threat.
We have 29 days left from this date left on our Indiegogo. We are halfway through funding, or we have half of our budget raised. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
We still have a long way to go, and we can't get there without your help. It would mean the world to me and my team, and we really want to make you something cool. And we know we can if we get our goal. So, link below. We really appreciate it.
Sick.
Worth it.
Well, good
Worth
evening
it.
from the Hillside Amphitheater. That's what this is called? I'm
It
gonna
is
look.
now.
No.
I'm going to yell it to you, and then you can say good evening, and then we'll end the show.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, no.
Show's
no.
almost over.
Oh, no.
He's running. What is it?
Good evening from the Hillside Amphitheater. Woo! Woo!